it's Tamara here from Dr. Digi Stamps, here with another card making tutorial this week. Dr. Digi has a new Christmas release coming out, so everyone can get ready early, get your Christmas cards started, and that way have enough time to get them all done before the craziness of Christmas time arrives. Today I'm going to be using this cute image called Xmas Derek. I've also used one of the sentiments from the new Xmas Sentiments stamp set as well, so there's heaps of different sentiments that you can use. So I've already kind of pre-printed this out, adding the sentiment to the side and just offsetting Derek to the side a little bit. So we're going to do some Copic colouring with the image. I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending and some embossing on a red panel. So I've got my red panel kind of ready to go. Got my embossing folder. I'm wanting to make it kind of look like something that you would use like with a jumper, so kind of like a stitching type embossing folder, but you can use whatever you have in your stash. I'm also got a card base done. So my card base measures 25 centimeters by 15.5 centimeters, and it's scored at 12.5 centimeters. And then I'm going to be cutting this panel out once I've ink blended and embossed it. I'm going to be cutting this out with a panel die measuring 15 centimeters by 12 centimeters, but obviously you can use whatever size that you want depending on how big you print out your Xmas Derek picture. So I've got I'm just wanting to put some darker kind of red around the edge of my red card just to give it a bit more interest. So I've just got some aged mahogany. I've got my black soot ready just in case the aged mahogany just doesn't give it enough, and I've just got an ink blending tool here ready to go. So let's get started with ink blending because we want that panel to dry, and then we'll get into the Copic colouring. Okay, I've changed my sponge dauber. I think this might work better for just doing a light amount of ink on the card, because I do want a bit of that bright red still showing around the edge of the card. So I've just marked out with a pencil just so we roughly know where we need to go into to get the amount of the aged mahogany in there, because obviously we just want a little bit around the outside just to give it a little bit more interest. So we'll just slowly work that in. I always like to dab off on the side. I'll try that again. You're just wanting just that ever little bit amount to go in there, and just try and be light-handed as you do it so it doesn't put too much of the colour down there and lets that nice bright red show as well. So that's looking pretty good. You want to kind of lift it up so it doesn't put too much on the side there. And obviously it will dry a little bit lighter as well. But that's looking pretty good. Just gives it a nice edging that will show around. Always just try and go in those circular motions because it just won't leave any streaks then. So that looks pretty good. So we'll set that aside to dry and we'll get into some Copic colouring. just cut my back panel out. Push it out. So you can see that we've just got that little bit of darkness around the edge, which should just give it a little bit more interest. You can much rather have done it a little bit more, but obviously we're going to be popping our image in there, so we still want a bit of that bright red to be showing. So now we're just going to run our panel through our embossing folder, and then we can assemble the card. Okay, so we've embossed it. It just gives it a little bit of interest there. And obviously we're going to just pop our card on the top like so. So you just see that little bit of kind of jumper looking stitching around there. So we'll turn that over to get that glued on. Like a lot of glue. So we'll make sure that is straight. We want it nicely centered. Looks pretty good. Maybe up a little bit more. Just want to pop something heavy on top of that. Just got this whole candle. I can't find anything flatter at the moment. Never see it when you're looking for it. It looks good. And now we want to attach that to our card base, like so. So you just get that nice pop of green. So we'll pop that on. You can like add dimension if you wanted to, but we'll keep this pretty flat today. Center that up. Like so. Got a little bit of a curvy down there, get rid of that. Press that down. And that's the finished card for today. I hope you got a little bit of inspiration from that to start on your Christmas cards for this year. And I can't wait to see what you create using Xmas Derek. Have a great weekend. Bye.